gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the AM Raider Nation, how y'all feeling on this beautiful Tuesday? Yes, indeed. Welcome to another episode of Raiders Sunrise Live with yours truly, Lunatik Raider, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Today, since it's Tuesday, we're less than a week away from legal tampering of the NFL's free agency. We're going to dive into it. We're going to talk about players that's available out there. Our own free agents, do we keep them? Do we let them walk? If we do let them walk, how do we replace them? Do we look into free agency to replace our own free agents? Do we go ahead and rely on the draft? And like Tom Telesco said, it's all about keeping our own here, but not everybody, I don't believe, you know what I mean, that all of them is going to come back. Somebody's going to get a better deal somewhere else, and they're going to be gone. What do we do in that case? So there's a lot to discuss, a lot of free agencies. News is coming out as we speak, dealing with the draft and free agency with other teams, and what that does to us as far as bring us into the fold is like free agent quarterbacks. Certain team out there saying that they're not interested in Russell Wilson. They're not interested in Mayfield. They're not interested in Cousins. So there's a lot of stuff floating out there. Draft rumors as well, dealing with Marvin Harrison Jr. We're gonna touch on all that, man. For real. Top of the AM, man. Salute to the world's most dangerous chat. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. This should be a good show today. A damn good show. Yada. Shout out to the mod with the most, man. NorCal Raider Jesse in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. Who else we got up in here, man? We got Alex S in the building, man. Good morning to you. Tops. Yes, sir. Robert Pena in the house, man. What it do? Feel me? Wild Turkey. What's the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Salute. Good to have you here. Brian Rodriguez is in the building. Good morning to you, my brother. Top of the AM. Thank you for pulling up. You know, I need to put this mic up like while I'm doing this shit. You know what I mean? Because I be having my head down. I need to cut that shit out now. Yes, indeed, man. We got you already. We got Jorge C in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. We got Brando in the building, man. Salute to you. Let me see what you say. This waiting room music's making me wanna dress like Shannon Sharp and go get some motherfucking wine. You better not wear them old nut hugger ass sweatpants. Shannon Sharp. Hey, this is one of them relaxed. And when you say wine, not Thunderbird or Night Train, remember that. Go get you, if you like dessert type wines, get you some Moscato or some pink Moscato. It don't matter. Go get you some California red wine. Get you some Chardonnay. You know what I mean? Get like the ladies like, man, get some white Zinfandel. There's all kind of shit, man, out there. You feel me? But no, not the nut hugging ass joggers, bruh. We can't do that. You gonna go sterile. Hey, shout out to Raider Goon in the building, man. Salute to you. Top of the AM. The good stuff is in the house, man. What the deal is, man? Yes, indeed. J-Hawk Raider, man. What's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the morning. Yes, indeed. Eugene. Pow, right in the motherfucking kisser. You already know, man. When she talk back, smack her at. No, I'm just joking. Domestic violence ain't the key. You gotta learn how to get rid of the body. Shout out to Lost City Weed. Good morning to you. Top of the morning. Did I say that? Allegedly. Allegedly. Yes, indeed, man. Let me see. Go down this line, man. Go Raiders Syndicate. What's the deal, man? Hey, Luna, late breaking news. Las Vegas Raiders just signed quarterback Russell Wilson. Man, you better stop fucking with me, because they can't sign him yet. But he can talk to teams right now. He can talk to teams right now because they're gonna do him as a post June 1st release. They don't, you know what I mean? So he'll actually, will it work that way? I think they say that because then they spread out the money that they owe him over 2 years. But hey, breaking down all the information and absorbing it and how it can help the team, I would make that move. A lot of people think that he won't mix with the culture with the Raiders, but I beg to differ. I beg to differ. This ain't the same Raiders that we had as far as leadership goes. This is not that team where Russell just comes in and gets his own parking spot, his own barbershop and shit inside the new facility. You know what I mean? He allowed to have sex with his wife in the in the ice baths and shit like that, bruh. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. Not with AP here. Not with these other well-established gentlemen as far as helping on the coaching staff, with your Marvin Lewis's. You know what I mean? And you got to remember that this is not the Denver Broncos. This is the Raiders. This is what the Raiders should have been. You know what I mean? This is what the Raiders should have been from day one. But it doesn't matter how you got there. The only thing that matters is you got there. You feel me? So with that being said, man, hey, I don't think it's a bad spot for Russell Wilson. Like I said, it's not going to hit us at all. Even if they do have a quarterback competition and say Aiden O'Connell does beat out Russell Wilson, it's not going to hurt us to have a $1.2 million backup on the bench. If we draft the quarterback, he's probably going to be one we're going to sit anyway. You know what I mean? I think Russell will beat anybody, though. Like I said, everybody want to compare him with Denver to what he's got here, and it's two different teams with two different strengths. You know what I mean? Defense is our strength, and we got weapons up and down the offensive side of the ball. All we got to do is take care of the offensive line. Well, how do we do that? Well, when a quarterback is only requiring you to pay them $1.2 million, that gives you a ample enough money to get out there in free agency and solidify that offensive line with veterans, proven veterans. Because I just looked at the free agents. There's a shitload of offensive linemen out there. A shitload. And there's going to be more to come. More to come, because the deadline for them to get these releases in is next week. And, bruh, there's going to be some names, because there's going to be, some of them are going to be salary cap moves just because they're up against the cap, either above the cap or just slightly got a little bit of breathing room and want a little bit more. So there's going to be people that they're released. Raiders could scoop right in with that money that Russell allows us to save, and boom, take care of the center position, take care of the guard position, take care of the tackle position on the right side of the line. You take care of that. You go out there and get you a linebacker, maybe Patrick Queen from Baltimore. Maybe you might not be able to get a Chris Johnson, or Jones, but you might be able to go get a Leonard Williams. That gives us money to do all that. That's the beauty of it. Now, if we go out there and say, for instance, we interested in Kirk Cousins, who says he wants a guaranteed 3-year contract. 3 years guaranteed. That's going to eat up, damn near half. That'll eat up half of our salary cap if he's getting 40 to 50 mil. Half our cap is gone off of one player. And then now we won't be able to get the Leonard Williams and go out there and get the Patrick Queens. And you know what I mean? So it makes sense. We need a veteran quarterback, someone, because if you're reading between the lines with Getsy and AP, the kind of quarterback they want is the kind of quarterback that can do it all. Not just throw from the pocket, but be mobile and extend plays and use his legs. Russell Wilson. A lot of people say, oh, well, Russell Wilson, he don't have it no more. Shit, he sure in the hell had it when they won 5 straight games last year on a trash-ass team. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You don't have to like the dude, but just if the dude is wearing silver and black, you got to push for him to succeed, to be productive. That's like, I remember I told y'all last year, the year before, fuck the name on the back of the jersey. I give a fuck about them. They breathe and bleed just like I do. The only difference is you quarterbacking or playing for my team. So as a fan of that team, I expect and hope that you will be productive to make sure that this team wins. That's all that matters. I'm not going to go buy no fucking Russell Wilson jersey. That's my prerogative. But when he's out there on the field taking the snap, I want that motherfucker to make the right play and score points for us, because we know what the defense is going to do, especially when him joining this team allows us to have money to make that defense even that much more of a bully. So, hey, come on. I take him. I take him. I ain't got a high five your ass and give you a fake smile and shake your hand. But when you're out there on that field wearing that shield on the side of that helmet, beat their ass. Russell Wilson, go beat their ass. That's all I need you. Go beat anybody. You go whoop their ass. This is a place now, and this will be an opportunity for you to come earn your respect from the nation. We're not just gonna give it to you. We some of us gave it to Garoppolo, didn't pan out. Some people gave it to Aiden O'Connell. He's still, you know what I mean? We don't know yet until the competition jumps off. But if Russell Wilson does come to the Raiders, whoever you face, you beat the dog shit out of them. I want 30 points a game. You give us 30, ain't nobody gonna say anything about you being a Raider and that they don't want you here. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. Sound like a PSA, huh? Only you can make a difference. Shout out to good joke on me though, bruh. You feel me? Shout out to everybody else out there, man. Let me keep going down this line, bro. Y'all got me back. Think I'm having fun. Oh, Jay Ryder, what's the deal, man? Hey, don't cut nobody. Don't cut nobody. Oh, Jay. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go with this name. Let's see if I can get this. Ilya Zamyatin. Ilya Zamyatin. Zamyatin. I hope I got that right. Please say I did, or very close. I don't like butchering people's name, but I try. At least I try to make an attempt to get it right. But welcome. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to have you. Again, Eugene Powell in the building. Yes, indeed. Salute. Who else we got? Egalitarian in the building. Ilya in here illin'. You be illin', Ilya. No, let me quit. You know, I'm just saying. You got them what's them things called? Them things called emojis. You got the emojis jumping off in the chat. That's fine though. Robert Pena. I'm going through everybody all over again. Let me see who else we got in here. Make sure I ain't forgot nobody. Oh, what? John Bernelia, salute to you, man. Top of the morning. Thank you for being here. Raider Nation for life. Trigger in the building, man. Good morning to you. Who else we got up in here? Tony Shepard, my dude, man. What it do? Take you to church, man. Hey, church. For real. Shout out to everybody that's here for the first time. Please subscribe to the channel and smash that like button, man. I really appreciate it if you did so. Aunt Six in the building, man. What it do, my dog. Salute to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. Floyd R. Felix, good morning to you. Pleasure to have you here. Yes, sir. Let me see. Got everybody up in here, man. Tom DeLeon, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. Top of the AM. Yes, indeed. Hold on, I got to make sure I don't go too fast. I got to catch up. I'm almost caught up. We can start the show. We're just going to have discussion today. Discussion show. Alex S. in the building. Salute. You know, I probably said your name already earlier, but that's all good. Salute to you anyway, bro. A lot of y'all deserve it more than, well, all y'all deserve it more than once. E-Raiders, Unum, what's the deal, man? Salute to you, top of the morning. Good to have you here. I think that Mike JB on the good foot. What's the deal, man? Top of the AM, bruh. For real. Michael Robbins in the building, man. Hey, salute to you, Michael. Tops, thank you for being here. My guy Charles Washington. Let me say this, Russell Wilson is not Raider material with this looking. He said look in the mirror ass. Hey, but E40 used to look in the mirror because he practiced looking hard. Hey, man, you know we will rub off on him, bro. That's why I'm not worried about it. Russell's not a Raider until he get around Raiders. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Olivia. Lost and turned out. When she get around some pimps, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Let me quit. That's a bad analogy. My bad. I'll say something different. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you let that cat hang around dogs, pretty soon that cat gonna start barking. You feel me? That cat gonna start barking. He hang around dogs too much. Yes, indeed. Let me see. I think I got everybody in here. Hey, Kirk Cousins gonna price himself outside the NFL for real. He talk about he won 3 years guaranteed. Motherfucker, you coming off an Achilles, bruh. What the fuck what shit is you on? That must be that new shroom. Not mushroom, new shroom. That shit that make you like you off a dope dick and dynamite. You feel me? Oh, I can't drink a beer until I salute y'all, man. I'm fucking off the whole routine. I'm thirsty though, dog. I'm thirsty. Dear Raider, what's the deal, man? Salute to you. QB will set Wilson straight. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about Wilson. Once he step into that locker room, all that shit gone, bro. You know what I mean? All that shit is gone. I'm not even worried about it. It ain't like we got a weak ass team and ain't nobody gonna, if he gets out of line, ain't nobody gonna check him. Devontae will check him. Max will check him. You know what I mean? It ain't like it that's gonna happen, bro. Jack Jones will check him. Shit. Look here, motherfucker. You little sawed off midget. You better hey, fall in line. Either ride with us or collide with us. Shout out to Tupac and the motherfucking Thug Life. Motherfucking outlaws. Mike G in the building, man. Salute to you. Snooze Hernandez, what it do? Top of the AM, bruh. He said, Lunatik sounding like the guy falling for, nah, bro. Ain't no banana going in my tailpipe. Bro, that's a no. That's an exit, not an entrance. You feel me? Nah, I'm just saying because I'm not really tripping off of him. I'm tripping off what he allows us to be able to do. You know, like I said, there's a greater picture than him. The Shield is way greater than Russell Wilson. But him, if he comes here and says, okay, I'll sign, just shoot me 1.2 mil, that's going to allow us to really put this team in gear in free agency. You know what I mean? And we can do it with a 1-year, 2-year quarterback if we do grab a rookie quarterback and let them all battle, even with AOC. At least that rookie, we ain't in no rush. If he does, you know what I mean? It's like, and I believe we can win with Russell just because of what we already have and what we will have because of the money we will save. Now, like I said, if we sign Cousins, that's going to shoot us in the foot. That's going to be a shot to the foot, bro. That's going to limit us majorly financially to go out there and make this team better. Because we already know the way it seems, I think AP's job is on the line this year, bro. This year. You look at it. What did they give McDaniel's last or tenure? A year and a half. Well, AP already did a year as interim. He got 1 whole year left, bro. To be honest with you, and I think his salary is gonna match that. Whatever contract he got is gonna match that. Like if you get through this year and get us to the playoffs and we do good, will give you the real deal Holyfield contract. Right now, bruh, you gotta prove that, you know what I mean? I made the right, Mark Davis, that is, I made the right decision in signing you as coach. And I think he only has one shot. So with one shot, you better do what you can to make this team as great as you can get it. And if that means taking a Wilson in at 1.2 million over a Cousins at 40, 50 mil, you know what I mean? Or trading for a Fields that might not work out. You know what I mean? And if you get a Fields, you got him for 2 years, bro. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to trade with him, which means you're going to be using capital on a quarterback, and you might not get that capital back if he doesn't pan out. Kind of like how Denver feels trading for Russell Wilson from Seattle, but the price ain't as high. You know what I mean? Some people thinking that you might be able to get Fields for a 3rd round pick. That's not going to hurt. That's not going to hurt. A 3rd rounder, not going to hurt. You keep your 1 and 2, you feel me? But I'm just looking at the team as a whole. How can we benefit from it, from Russell being here? And if he doesn't work out and he does get beat out, you release him. It's only a 1.2 million hit. Fuck it. Nigga, we buy. You know what I mean? Like we did Marcus Peters. Buy Pete. Deuces. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. It's a win-win. For us, it's a win-win. And you figure Russell has to fall in line because he only will have a 1-year deal. So he'll basically be auditioning for other teams that might have quarterback positions opening next year. Teams that might want to try to win now, but can't do it because they're like in a situation like us. We got to figure out our quarterback situation. You know what I mean? So, because don't forget, Russell's getting paid this year and next year by Denver. So whatever we pay him is going to lessen how much Denver pays. But if he takes the minimum, then that's going to max out what Denver has to. They said Denver is going to have a dead cap hit of like 85 mil, bro. That's the largest ever in NFL history for dead cap space. So that's another thing that he allows us to do is hurt a division rival in the pockets. We already know they don't have a 2nd round pick. So them trading up to try to get a quarterback, null and void. No 2nd round pick. You know what I mean? If you get rid of your first this year, you don't get to pick until the 3rd round. And they're gonna be like, oh, you ain't got a 2nd this year? Depending on how far up they want to move up. Oh, well, give us your 1st and 2nd next year, and your 1st and 2nd the year after that, and a 3rd. Give us 2/3 as they're gonna take their first 3 picks to make up for that 2nd they ain't got this year. That's why I said it's gonna put them in a whole heap of trouble. Like I said, that dead salary is gonna kill them, bro. Next 2 years, they stuck with it. But hey, that's if Wilson comes. Well, anywhere Wilson goes is gonna stick it to Denver. But it'll help us because we ain't spending a whole lot on a quarterback. Can you imagine Russell Wilson is making less than Justin Fields? Any quarterback option you go after, he'll make less than him. Like I said, if he don't pan out, peace, and it's not gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? Oh, we cut him when we made cut downs to 53. Or if a quarterback that we drafted, or if AOC beats him out, deuces. Or maybe we just keep him around as the veteran. You know what I mean? Like I said, it helps the team. Fuck him, it helps the team. All right, let me see. We got everybody. I think we got everybody. Holly in the building. What's up, sis? Top of the morning. Good to see you. Get this mic down right one time. You feel me? Raider Paul in the building. Raiders. Now behave yourself, Paul. Or I'll make Denver take Bo Nix. Now let me quit. Now, and I understand why JJ McCarthy is moving up. Just remember, I always was saying, well, why are they always riding Jaden Daniels at being 210 and 6'4", and you got motherfucking JJ McCarthy at 202, 6'3"? Well, McCarthy, before going to the combine, he added an extra 17 pounds. So he's officially 219 pounds for a 6'3" frame. He added some bulk to him. Now, Jayden Daniels didn't take part in that, but when his pro day comes, all that's going to be revealed. So I got a matter of fact, let me see when his pro day is. Hold on one second. When is Jayden Daniels pro day? March 27th is Jayden Daniels pro day. So that's what we're going to check on. March 27th, Jayden Daniels has his pro day. That's going to tell us a lot. I'm not really a Penix fan for this team, though, bruh. You know what I mean? I understand that with the arm and everything, but I'm worried, bruh. You know what I mean? His history of injuries, not just his history of injuries. It's just the fact he's a left-handed quarterback. Once again, let me break it down. He's a left-handed quarterback, and the right side of our line is the weakest part right now with all those people being free agents. So I know we want to fix the offensive line, but wanting to and doing it is going to be two different things. That means you cannot miss on either free agents or draft picks to secure Michael Penix's blind side, which now becomes the right side opposite of Colton Miller because he's left-handed. That's the issue. And what if you draft a tackle? You know what I mean? A rookie right tackle, defending the blind side of a left-hand quarterback. You know he's going to make his mistakes. Also meaning he's going to have some sacks against him. I just hope one of them sacks ain't one that injured Penix and puts him out. You know what I mean? So that's my I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about that. It's just, you know, the fact that our weakest side of our line is the blind side, the strong side for Michael Penix, a left-hand quarterback, and that's not a good. I'm not gonna put my money on that. For real, for real. The Bucks have been winning. Shit, hey, you seen what Boston did to the Warriors though the other day? God dang, what 143 to 88? God damn! Thank God the Blazers got the Warriors' first round pick. Yes, indeed. We made Milwaukee and Boston strong with those two trades we made from them to get those picks. All right, let me see. Did I just drink the beer? I just drank the damn beer. God dang it, Terry. Michael Robbins in the building. Daniel's not taking part at all. Nah. He's gonna do his pro day, bro. So I already looked it up. He's gonna do his pro day, same as Caleb Williams. They're gonna throw to their own receivers. You know what I mean? They're gonna do everything else. And coaches and shit will be there from teams too. All right, let me see. Is that everybody? I think that might be everybody. The good stuff. Aunt Six in the building. Oh, here's another one, huh? Raider War. Oh, that's my guy. Raider War Report. What's the deal, man? Salute. Yeah, but see, the thing with Carr and Wilson is, like I said, Wilson ain't our long-term solution. I know they said they didn't want Band-Aids, but if you didn't want Band-Aids, why you mention getting a veteran free agent? You know what I mean? Why, if you're getting a veteran free agent and you're getting a rookie and you already got a 2-year player already, ain't that a Band-Aid? Any veteran you bring in here is a Band-Aid, right? Because that's not our future. I think he was just talking specifically about other, you know what I mean, as far as riding with a veteran, you know what I mean, temporarily to try, you know what I mean, with no plan B or no plan with a quarterback behind him to groom and learn. Like I said, it'll save us a whole lot of money, bro, to be able to fix this team. You said you're supposed to build a team in the trenches? Well, guess what? When you have damn near 90 million, because I know there's going to be some more releases that we got coming. There's going to be probably a restructure or two. It depends on who they're targeting. If who they're targeting is going to cost offensive line wise and defensive line, because to me, that's what you attack in free agency. You take care of the trenches in free agency, and then you go out here and go get your specialty players in the draft. You go get the best, your best corner. Get you a wide receiver, maybe even a running back. You know what I mean? You can get you a lineman if you want to add to the depth later in the later rounds. You can get linebackers. We don't need a shitload. You know what I mean? You can solidify the trenches in free agency alone. That means your draft picks that you have is all to go out there and get the talent that's going to run up the score or stop them from scoring. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a wait and see. See how it'll unfold. I'm just saying that's one route. We got options. The beautiful thing in the world is being a man. Now, let me quit all the women. What you mean? This is what I mean. And I'll be telling women this. Women outnumber men on planet Earth, right? That means we have options. We have options. Our options are greater than women's options of looking for men. And this is how it is. I tell a woman, look, there's more of you guys than us. So we're limited to your numbers. You guys are in competition for the same men. But not just any men. You got to weed out the gay men that ain't into you. You got to weed out the men that are married. You got to weed out the men that's in the penitentiary. You got to weed out the men that's in a relationship as far as being engaged. You got to weed out the abusive men. You got to weed out the men that's addicted to drugs. You got to weed out the men that ain't got a job and ain't shit. You got to weed out all this. And then what you're left with is me. So ladies, fight. No, let me quit. That's what happens when you don't have options. All your options are gone because you can't, this, he ain't this. So what you're left with is lunatic. But men, it's like, if you don't add up to what I want, fuck it. Your friend might be, your cousin, your co-worker. We got options. That's the Raiders. The Raiders have options. The Raiders have options. Period. That's why I'm not worried. It ain't like we're pressed and pigeonholed into having to do one thing. We don't have to give up all our picks to get Jaden Daniels. We don't have to sign a Wilson. Like, there's different ways to handle this. If you got faith in AOC and think that's our guy, then what do? You go invest your money in the offensive line. Give him protection so his strengths can be the thing that makes this team great again. Shout out to Trump. Everybody gonna stop. Let me hear you say Trump. Trump change. Salute to everybody watching, man. Please subscribe, hit that thumb, man. So like I said, man, with free agency can go ahead and that's the key. That's our next week is going to be our key, and it's probably going to dictate and show us, the nation, what exactly the direction our plan is going. And it's all about how much we spend and who we spend it on. If we don't go sign any offensive linemen, maybe we keep the ones we got. But that's not an upgrade. You're standing still. So what you want to do if you are riding with AOC, okay, go get you some veteran offensive linemen. They got some centers out there. They got some guards out there. They got tackles, and there's still more to be released. Not because they're trash and no good of players, but because money. A lot of these teams got to clear cap. We don't have to clear cap. Our free agents are our free agents. Now, sometimes what you might do, even though Telesco says we want to keep our, bring our guys back, take care of our guys, not all of them. Because don't forget, depending on how many free agents go out the door and how many you bring in, also dictates compensatory picks. Those are free draft picks. Free draft picks. Not this year. It will fall in line next year. Say Josh Jacobs goes. He's a first round pick. He was a first round pick. If he doesn't resign with us, and just say we stick with Zamir and we draft another running back, that's probably a third round pick right there that they're gonna give us. See, there's ways to compensate yourself. That's why I said even if we do go out here and give out a boatload to get Jaden, okay, we'll let Illuminor walk. We'll let let me see who else we're gonna let. We let Andre James walk. We'll recover that. Might not be a third round pick depending on the value of what left and what came in. Depends on third, fourth, and fifth round picks. So that's another way of getting picks. Don't forget, if we do good this year, most likely, Patrick Graham will get offered a head coaching job. That's 2 years of third round picks. Maybe Champ Kelly gets a general manager job if we hit it out the park in the draft. That's a third, because they won't give us 4 third round picks, they'll give us 3 third round picks. If we get Champ Kelly to become a coach, Champ Kelly to be a GM, and for Patrick Graham to become a head coach. See, everything's lined up. Even some of our coordinators as minorities that become coaches. You know what I mean? Maybe not this year or next year, but maybe the year after. Those are more third round compensation for minorities getting hired. That's why I said that we're set. We can't go wrong, bro, unless we just miss on free agency and miss in the draft. You need both of those negatives to happen for everything to just go down the drain. I'm not with Telesco, and not with the type of players that AP is searching for. So free agency, that's going to be the first shoe to drop to let us know what the game plan is. If they go all in on the offensive line, yeah, they about to hit the offense. They're going to probably go after a quarterback in the draft. You set the line first, but if you can't set the line, then it's like, well, damn, I can't give them all my draft picks because now I got to go get the offensive lineman in the draft. Now, there was a rumor out there that the Raiders not only were looking to move up in the top 3, but they also inquired about moving in 5, 6, and 7. Now, some people might think they might use the 5th, 6th, or 7th round or picks in the first round to just get close enough to be able to move up again. But why would you make 2 moves like that? You know what I mean? It'll be lesser to move 5 to 7, but maybe what they're asking for at 5 and 7. Well, it all depends on if you try to move the number 1 with Chicago. So you're giving up picks to the other team between 5, 6, and 7. If the draft falls to you where, say, Chicago don't take Caleb Williams, shit changes now. You know what I mean? And to be honest, we do want J.J. McCarthy to stock to move up, because if he can bump out Drake May or Jayden Daniels value-wise at quarterback, then that's one less team that's going to take Jayden Daniels. It can push him down. You know what I mean? The thing that I just heard recently, I just read just now, was that the rumor is some people are saying that they think that the reason why Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't talked or did anything at the combine because he does not want to play for Arizona. And that rumor is pissing off Arizona, because I think that's what the Cardinals want. So we know if they're pissed off about that, then that means he is their target. Or they would have been like, nah, we ain't going to give a fuck about it. We wasn't picking him anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking Marvin Harrison is Arizona's target. But now we get into the area. That's why it makes sense when the Raiders talk about 5, 6, and 7, and they're calling teams to find out how much it's going to cost to move up. You know what I mean? And this is where you got who's up in the 5, 6, 7? Is what Tennessee, the Giants, not in that order, but I'm going backwards. Tennessee, the Giants, and the Chargers. The Chargers more realistic at 5 with the Raiders because of the history that Telesco has with them. Now they're so fucked with the salary cap that they could probably use us to unload a contract. You know what I mean? They help give them some wiggle room, and they'll jump from. They're not going to draft the quarterback, so being at 5 really doesn't matter to them. You know what I mean? It's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Even though it's a division rival, but we feel like if we can move up and get a quarterback at 5, that'll put us above the Chargers, because the Chargers still got to iron out shit. You better hit on your draft picks. You know what I mean? And maybe one of them contracts you unload to us because we could absorb it with our cap space. You know what I mean? Maybe it's a Khalil Mack. Maybe it's somebody else. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to get rid of Bosa. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing some shit out. Maybe you want to get rid of your safety. What's the name? So you know what I mean? So there's different avenues. We got options, bro. We got options. The thing is, being part of Raider Nation, we just gotta sit here and pop our popcorn and wait for the shit to jump off, because it's about to go up. We will be the attention of the draft because we were already the attention of the combine. Ain't that a bitch? Everybody was talking about the Raiders. That's what Hondo Carpenter was even saying that. He said it's crazy how the buzz over the Raiders is, you know what I mean, at the combine. The players talk about they want to play with Max Crosby. They talk about they want to play for AP. They had a meeting with the Raiders and went well. That organization, I mean, everybody is just tickled pink. I just want to use that. I ain't never got to say tickled pink before, but that's my first time. Salute to the nation, man. Like I say, without you, there's no me. Without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. That's the motherfucking Raider Nation. Hey, salute to y'all, man. Y'all make this shit happen. All right. So back to our beloved Raiders. The Raiders got options. That's why I'm not concerned. The only concern I would have is if the choices they made doesn't add up. If the math ain't mathing, we all must ask what's happening. You feel me? If the math ain't mathing, we all must ask what's happening. Michael Robbins in the building, man. Salute. I see you, bruh. Hey, thank you for pulling up, for real. 12 TDs, 9 picks, and 9 games. Got shut out against a trash team. Oh, who AOC? Bro, I'm not really a big fan of AOC. Everybody say, oh, he's improving. But I'm like you said, bro, I look at it like, I ain't gonna say he trash, but he's gonna limit us. You know what I mean? We already heard Getsy say he wants a quarterback that can do it all, be able to use his legs and throw. Aiden's one-dimensional. And if our offensive line ain't reset and built right, his lack of mobility is going to be a detriment to this team. Strip sacks, possible injury. You know what I mean? You see how it was. Well, I would say he was running for his life, but he don't run. I think the days of that pocket passer is done. Everybody, look at all the quarterbacks. Look at the quarterbacks in this draft. Look at the quarterbacks in this draft, bruh. Caleb Williams expected to go number 1, mobile quarterback. Number 2, Jaden Daniels, mobile quarterback. Drake May, mobile quarterback. JJ McCarthy, mobile quarterback. I ain't saying they the fastest motherfucker, but they'll tuck that motherfucker and run. Go watch the highlights. Bo Nix, mobile quarterback. Michael Penix, I don't know. I ain't never seen him run. That's one thing I'm worried about with Michael Penix. He does not leave the pocket. So what happens if your playbook also has a section for RPOs, or you know what I mean, or option plays and shit? We can't run them. All those plays are out. We can't run them. We gotta just run this. I don't want to be limited. I want our playbook to be open. That's why I guess he said he wants a quarterback that can do it all. So now your playbook is open. There's no limitations. I don't want a playbook that comes with limitations because we lack the quarterback that gives us the limits that can play to those limits. We don't have that. And AOC he does not have that. Go tell me all the teams that made the playoffs and tell me which ones weren't mobile. I'll wait. Can't say Jordan Love. Can't say Josh Allen with Buffalo. He was running his ass off. He hard to bring down. Can't say Baltimore. Can't say Kansas City. Can't say Purdy don't run. He was trying to run in against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the only thing that was working for him, it seemed like. Who else? Who else was in the playoffs? CJ Stroud, mobile. Who else? Oh, wait. Detroit Lions? He was running the ball. I just don't want a quarterback to just sit in that pocket when ain't nobody open. You already know your offensive line can only block for so long, bruh. So sometimes you got to tuck it and run. That's it. I don't know if he's scared he can't run. I don't need. What's OC's? What's Aiden's 40 time? Oh, Tua. You right. Hey, Robbins, Tua. That's another mobile quarterback. The NFL is not the same as it used to be. Were pocket passers that stood in the pocket and let it rip. Them days is gone because now, bruh, you got so much speed on defense. You gonna get coverage sacks. That means ain't nobody gonna be open, and all you're gonna do is sit there and take a sack. Remember when AOC got sacked 6 times? Was it 6 times by Khalil Mack? Nobody was open. And plus, they was rushing in so fast, he didn't have time for the play to develop. Did you see the 40 times of these defensive ends, linebackers, and tackles in the draft in the combine? Did you see they 40 times? Bruh, they're gonna get to the quarterback like that. So you better be able to move around and keep that play alive. Because I'm telling you, that these motherfuckers is not slow-footed no more on defense. It's like, damn, did you take all these motherfucking track stars and beef them up? Hey, these motherfuckers is getting more athletic by every decade, bruh. Look, here we are, 2024. Somebody broke Ross's record, 4-2-1. That record, man, we've been waiting for somebody to break that record. It's broken. It's broken. And he wasn't the only dude to run what did he run before? He ran a 4.25 before he did the 4.21. Then I'm seeing linebackers go 4.4. Bruh, come on. If your quarterback ain't mobile in today's NFL, it's gonna be a long day. And don't let your offensive line just be okay. That's not gonna sit well. You're putting your quarterback in harm's way. Just sit there and then he has to develop the clock in his head to know. But damn, how can you develop a clock in your head to know when to tuck it and run if you never tuck it and run? That is bruh. Some was just as fast as the D. See, I'm telling you, this fucking game, bruh, is just gonna evolve. Just like here's gonna be the crazy part. You know somebody's gonna break that 4-2-1, right? Like, we can even go back. You know Bo Jackson. The only reason why Bo Jackson ain't mentioned because Bo Jackson never went to the combine. Bo Jackson had the people from the NFL at Auburn that timed him at a 4.12 40. 4.12 at 230 pounds. That's scary. That's why he was so dominating. Bo Jackson was a freak of nature. 230 pounds and you ran a 4.12 40? Can you imagine the motherfucker that's going heads up with you to try to tackle you? Go watch his highlights and watch what happened to him. They still ain't found some of their bodies. For real. They still ain't found none of their bodies. I'm just calling it. I'm calling a ball and a strike, bro. You gotta think about that shit. Like when I was watching the combine, that's the shit that I was thinking. Like, bro, if we go quarterback, we need somebody that can scramble. Cause hey, what if it's the Chiefs and the Broncos and the Chargers drafting these fast ass linebackers and defensive ends, bro? I like Colton Miller, but you think Colton Miller is gonna be quick enough to handle a defensive end that ran a 4.44 or a 4.39? It's gonna be past him. That defensive end's gonna be right past his ass. Because Colton Miller can't move that fast. And then what we got? A clean shot on our quarterback who ain't paying attention because he's looking downfield, trying to get ready, trying to deliver a ball and hope that his receiver gets open. But by the time he sees the open receiver going through his reads, shoulder pad to the ribs. I'm telling you, I don't want our quarterbacks to get hurt, bro. But we're going to put them in harm's way if we do that shit. We're going to put them in. He said 4.99, 3.99. Bruh, you get a motherfucker that can run a 3.99. Ooh. Hey, Bo's still running through that tunnel. Hey, for real, Al's Ghost. Hey, that's my favorite player of all times, bro. People back who played what you call it? Tecmo Bowl, you already know. But I got to see the dude play, bro. If you guys have never witnessed Bo Jackson, please go on YouTube and put in Bo Jackson highlights and watch these big ass fucking defensive tackles and defensive ends he used to drag. Brian Bosworth. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Go look at the game against Seattle. Brian Bosworth was this big old white dude out of Oklahoma that swore he could have stopped Bo Jackson. And they met. They was like at the goal line. Bo got that ball. He ran to the left. Here comes motherfucking what you call it? Squared up on him. Got ran over and dragged into the end zone. And they asked Bo after that. They said, "Well, what did you tell Bosworth after you did that?" He said, "I told him next time have fare, like taxi fare. Nigga, if you want to ride, nigga, you gotta pay for that ride." Hey, but ask Deion Sanders about him coming cross field to tackle Bo Jackson and Bo Jackson stiff arming his ass. You remember, hey, Deion was fast as a motherfucker. So Deion had, when they was in college from Florida State going up against Auburn, Bo Jackson was going down the left sideline. I mean, nobody had him. But here comes Deion. He had the angle. He caught up the Bo, and Bo gave him that stiff arm, and to the dirt he went. That's my all-time favorite player, bro. And now you starting to get dudes that's not freakish like him, but just that speed. That's how Bo Jackson hurt his hip. He said he was running so fast when dude horse collared him and he took that step, it jammed his whole hip up and shattered. I think he said he shattered his hip. Or it popped out. It popped out of socket. His hip came out of a socket. And he said he popped it back in. The doctor was like, "No, I don't think he did." Shit. He got up and limped to the side. He had to, because you can't walk on a dislocated leg. Facts. You can't walk on a dislocated hip. So he said he got that motherfucker back in, and it was hurting like a motherfucker. He got to get hip replacement. He was the only athlete I ever know to play professional baseball with not a synthetic, but a fake hip. A hip replacement. He played for the White Sox. I'm telling you, hey, Bo is epic, bruh. That's one of the epic. Bosworth got his ass handed to him. Go watch Bo Jackson versus the Denver Broncos. You talking about abusing these boys, man. But yeah, man, hey, back to the free agency shit. Like I said, we got to make the correct moves to get this team right. If you do rock with AOC, make sure that offensive line is upgraded. I don't want the same offensive line as last year. If these guys are free agents and we decide to go in a different route to establish an offensive protection for a quarterback, damn it, do that shit. Do that shit. And that's going to come first before the draft. So that means we know if we'll have an offensive line by the time the draft comes to let us know whatever quarterback we get or that we go after, mobility got to be included. Even if the offensive line is rebuilt and like, yeah, we got a damn good center now, a good right tackle. Maybe you go Dalton Wagner. Maybe you don't. Maybe you go DJ Fluker, who was drafted by Tom Telesco with the Chargers in the best shape of his life. Who knows? I don't know what. Maybe Parham becomes a player on the offensive line as a starter. There's all kind of things we can do. But yeah, bro, I want a quarterback that's multifaceted. I want him to be able to throw and run. That's why Jaden Daniels, everybody wants Jaden Daniels. Why? Because he has the potential to tuck the ball and take it all the way to the house. That's the kind of mobility he has, though. The last time I checked, I can't wait to see if he runs the 40 at his pro day, because I know he's been clocked already at a 4.5. But that was like, I don't know when that was, how recent. I don't think it was recent at all. I think he got clocked at that a year or two ago. At least that's what I'm assuming. So don't take me as being gospel. All right, Mike G, man, take it easy, man. Enjoy your day, bro. For real, appreciate you for pulling up. Yeah, you can let Josh Jacobs walk unless he gives you a deal. If he gives you a 1-year deal for $8 million, you jump on that. Because I can see it in AP's eyes when he mentioned it. Can you imagine a two-headed monster in Zamir White and Josh Jacobs in the backfield? Shit, if you get that offensive line set on the right side in free agency, or even if you add a piece in the draft, or maybe we already got the piece, if you reset that offensive line and you got Josh Jacobs and Zamir White splitting the carries, I feel sorry for defenses, bro. Because fourth quarter come, they're going to be gassed. They're going to be gassed because we're just going to throw running back after they ass. Josh Jacobs, boom, 5 carries in a row. Boom, come back. Zamir White, 5 carries. Just all the way down the field, you can't stop the run. Ain't nothing more frustrating than a team running and you can't stop the shit. And then they switch running backs and you still can't stop the shit. That's so demoralizing. That just takes all the spunk out of you. You know what I mean? Just like, fuck. Kind of like what Chicago did to us when we played them. People want to talk bad about Gessie. He ran that ball down our motherfucking throat and we couldn't do shit about it. Couldn't do a motherfucking thing with a backup quarter or an 8-string quarterback. Now let me quit. You know what I mean? All they did was run the ball, and it's like that's what the Raiders are supposed to do. Yeah, you know we're gonna run it, but stop us. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. Yeah, he learned how to manage the game and not turn the ball over, but when he's gonna learn to get points on the board. When we beat Kansas City, if it wasn't for the defense scoring 14 points and the offense 2 field goals, our offense only scored 2 field goals. 2 field goals. Minnesota, we didn't score shit. So we just gonna act like these games where we didn't score shit, didn't even get in the end zone, didn't even happen? And they keep putting that narrative out there. Oh, well, AOC, he did beat Mahomes. No, the fuck he didn't. Zamir White beat motherfucking Mahomes on offense. 100 and something yards. Kept the ball out of his hands. And the defense scoring 14 points. Pick 6 and a fumble return. That's who beat Mahomes. Aiden O'Connell didn't do shit in that game. Stop making them false-ass names. The Raiders won. But don't act like fucking O'Connell had 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. Stop that bullshit just to try to make him look good. Call the shit like it is, bruh. That was a less than a lackluster performance. 2 fucking field goals is all we got. 2 field goals. The offense scored 6 points. And ain't no, we giving him praise for beating Mahomes. I'm not knocking him. I'm knocking the motherfuckers that be putting 10 on 2. You doing too much. He didn't do all that shit. Ain't shit he did in that game that was impressive. But you making it seem like, oh yeah, he single-handedly beat Mahomes. Hey, that's a fact. He wants defense still wins championships. That's why I expect us to go ahead and add some pieces to that D that's gonna make teams be like, oh man, they signed who? You know what I mean? That's what we want to do. Teams gotta be like, they signed who? Doing the ball, managing the game with no turnovers. Yeah, he had no turnovers. But what's the use of having no turnovers if you can't score no touchdowns? You know what I mean? The defense had to go out there and get the touchdowns. And they not gonna score touchdowns every game. Yeah, hey, they got all they got to do. If they can add a monster, look, picture this. Say, for instance, we don't move up and get Jaden Daniels. Say we do we get a quarterback, but we just let everything fall into place. And then we address defensive tackle in like the 2nd round or the 3rd round. Like, for instance, I give you an idea. Like, what's dude name? Is it Montrell Sweat from Texas? The big old DT? And say in free agency you get Leonard Williams. Look at your defensive tackles, bro. Sweat and Williams. Wow. Say you was able to go get Patrick Queen, linebacker, and you put him with Spillane. Wow. You know what I mean? It's like bruh. That's why I said I'm about to be the biggest fanboy. Give a fuck for the draft. Hey, I will be going live during the draft. As a matter of fact, I might put together a round table like we did last year with a whole bunch of us content creators just to get our reaction and how we feel about the draft. That's Thursday night, round 1, Friday night, 2 and 3, and Saturday morning, it'll be 4 to 7. So we'll see how this shit goes, bro. I'm definitely, oh yeah. And I will be live Monday morning. We'll be done an hour before the legal tampering kicks off at 9 a.m. Pacific. Remember that. 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern is when legal tampering kicks off on Monday, March 11th. We got less than a week to get to that. And I'll be live from 7 to 8. And we're going to, rumors are going to float in. Rumors are going to float in. We're going to get all kind of rumors. And not just rumors, but we're going to hear that, you know what I mean? Some shit going to start leaking. Like, people have seen certain players go to certain cities. So I'm going to keep my ear open and be watching while I'm live on Monday. And then whatever comes through, and y'all do the same. If y'all see something come through before I see it, put it in the chat. We're going to cover this shit. Then we're going to do it on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All week next week is on the cracking because 11, 12, 13, I think the 13th or the 14th is when you can start signing. So Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two. Let me see. I'm going to give y'all a rundown for next week's schedule. When can NFL teams start signing free agents? March 13th. So Wednesday, next week, they can start signing. Oh, let me see what time, though, if I'll be on the air then. At 9 a.m. on Wednesday, you can start signing these free agents. So we're already going to know who agreed to what contract so far. Starting on Monday. That's what's going to kick in. We're going to know what teams and what players came up to an agreement and how much the numbers are. They just can't sign the contract, but they can have a verbal agreement. Wednesday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, that's when you can put pen to paper. So we're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for all that. So y'all tune in next week. We're not done this week either. We're gonna get a lot of information coming out because I think we just got some more. Hold on. Breaking news: Giants are not placing the franchise tag on running back Saquon Barkley, making him a free agent. Adam Schefter. So Barkley is a free agent running back from the Giants. They're not gonna put a tag on him. See, that's another, because what teams need a running back, and he's a damn good running back. You know what I mean? Fuck around and end up in Baltimore. I'm telling you, they had to add some more running to that run game they got with the quarterback. Let me see if anything else leak came out. So they're not Saquon Barkley is not getting franchise tag. Two-time Pro Bowl edge. Okay, hold on. Patriots tag Brian Burns, two-time Pro Bowl edge, to earn $24 million this season. So Brian Burns is not going to be a free agent. He has been tagged by the the Panthers. The Panthers have tagged Brian Burns. Let me see any other news. Steelers don't want Russ. They said Pittsburgh also not interested in Fields, Cousins, or Mayfield. The Athletic. So they're not looking at a free agent. I think, you know what? So if Fields, so they're not even going to trade for Fields. That's a good thing. You could probably force Chicago and not trying to draft a quarterback and make them keep Fields if nobody's interested. But Atlanta is the name I keep hearing. Let me see any other news out here. Hold on, I'm digging through the news before I get off here, y'all. Just bear with me. I be getting all these fucking updates. Okay. Report. Broncos won't pursue trade for Jets quarterback Zach Wilson. So that means the Broncos are set probably to go ahead and draft a quarterback in the draft. Who? You know what I mean? Moving up for them is not going to be unless they're moving up 1-2 spots, which don't make sense to me because the teams ahead of them. Who needs a quarterback that's ahead of them? No, we know the Giants possibly can go quarterback. Chargers won't. Tennessee won't. Shit. Who else who's at 10? Who's at 8, 9, 10, 11? 8, 9, 10, 11. 9 is Chicago. They'll take care of their quarterback at number 1 if they do that. Number 9 most likely will be an offensive tackle if they would go. That's why I was kind of thinking the Raiders would jump between 5 and 7 to go offensive tackle. Joe Alt will be a perfect target between 5 and 7 because after 7, 8, 9, and 10 are teams that possibly would want to go offensive tackle, and Joe Alt is ranked the number 1 tackle in this draft. So I can see that's why I thought that might happen. But they would start saying, the rumors were coming out saying that the Raiders would jump up to 5 or 7 to be able to be middle ground, top 10, to be able to jump up if Jayden Daniels became available. But I was thinking that they would go to 5 or 7 because Jayden Daniels is off the chart, is off the board. So what they would do then is go Joe Alt, right tackle, because they're gonna go ahead and rock with AOC or a veteran free agent. So you got to start solidifying the offensive line. That's how I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a Joe Alt, because he will be. I think he will be there between 5 and 7. I think them teams between 5 and 7 is not going offensive tackle. But after 7, it starts making sense when you got teams like the Jets and shit like that. That would Atlanta need a tackle? If Atlanta makes a trade for Fields, then would they go? You know what I mean? It won't be a first round pick for Fields. Probably be a second, no worse than a third. But if you do make that trade to get Fields in offensive tackle, Joe Alt might be attractive to you to help keep this dude upright, which they can do. But if the Raiders jump over them and go to between 5 and 7, which 5 is the Chargers, 6 is the Giants, and 7 is the Tennessee Titans, that makes sense for them to go ahead and go Joe Alt at right tackle if they move into that vicinity. I don't think they're going to use it to try to leapfrog once and then trade again to move up again. I think they only go to 5 and 7, like I said, if Jaden Daniels is gone in the top 4. If Jaden Daniels gone, then it's like, I don't even know who to see. That's why I say it's just, we got to be a fan and watch this shit unfold, because we don't even know how they got the quarterbacks ranked on their draft board. Is Jaden Daniels even number 1 overall? And if he is, who's number 2 quarterback wise? And it might not even be quarterbacks, because you're not going to draft by quarterback by the ranking of just the quarterbacks. The smart thing to do is have a draft board with all players ranked 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe Jaden Daniels, you got ranked number 1, but number 2 is Joe Alt. Maybe number 3 is Caleb Williams, and number 4 is fucking Saddam Hussein. No, I don't know. I'm fucking with y'all. See if y'all listening. But anyway, man, let me get my ass up off here, man. You guys enjoy your Tuesday. There's a lot of shit to discuss all week, as well as next week when shit really jumps off, man, and we'll get physical, hardcore evidence of what the Raiders are doing in free agency. Hopefully it's some good moves that improves this team. But thank y'all for pulling up, man. Salute to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs of this shit. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel right here on Raiders Allegiance. It is Raiders Sunrise Live with Lunatic Raider right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like if you haven't done so. If you want to leave a comment, man, I'll get back to you. If not, go ahead and share the video, man. I'm Lunatic Raider, Raiders Allegiance. I'm out this bitch.